welcome to Fresh Tip Tuesday. My name is Corinne Brown and I am, the Fresh Expert. And I'm so excited to be here with you. Make sure you set your timers and your alarms that you know to join me on Facebook and on YouTube every Tuesday at 12 noon because I love sharing with you fresh tips to save you time, space, and waste. Well, today we're going to talk about oatmeal. I know, humble porridge oatmeal. That's what we're talking about today. Oatmeal is actually like so healthy for you. We're going to take a second to really talk about it because it's one of the healthiest whole grains out there. Yeah, oatmeal, right? And it's gluten-free, which I find really funny. How many of you guys have noticed with the gluten-free, I don't want to say pandemics. It's not a pandemic. It's like the surge where people are more aware of gluten in their diet. People are more aware of gut health today than they have been probably in centuries. Well, yeah, duh. But the point is, it's interesting the way labeling and packaging is on a lot of these different things, right? So like it'll say gluten-free oats, but the reality is oatmeal is a gluten-free whole grain. I just think it's kind of funny. Okay, if you agree with me, please be sure to chat. In fact, if you're joining in with me, please be sure to comment. Let me know where you're from that you're watching, because I always like to know where my amazing fresh friends are from. Okay, so let's go back. So oats are some of the healthiest grains on earth to date. It's full of vitamins, minerals, fiber, antioxidants, and oats actually, with oatmeal, contains more protein and fat than most grains. And it really does lower the cholesterol. Now, we'll talk about why in just a minute. If you love oatmeal, be sure to comment and let me know what you love about it. So today we're going to make oatmeal 3 ways. No, we're not going to do the instant packs of oatmeal. We're going to do something a little bit healthier. And that's where we're going to jump in, is I'm going to share with you how to make an apple cinnamon oatmeal actually in the Tupperware pressure cooker. Now, if you don't have a pressure cooker, you could use an Instapot, absolutely, or you can just do it on your pot. Just make sure you stir it well to make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom, okay? So we're going to need the Tupperware pressure cooker. I love this. Make sure you watch my Fresh Product Book video all about the pressure cooker if you would like to know more about this awesome product. Okay, so in the pressure cooker, we are actually going to put in there fresh apple. So let me actually switch up my hand cam here because I want to share with you so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, cool. So we've got this right here. We've got our apples. Now I'm going to quickly cut the apples, just cut them across like this. Isn't that easy? Like just cut them through. If you have an apple core, yes, you can definitely use an apple core. I'm just doing it like this because this is what I do. Now, if you want to cut them by hand, we want to cut these into small pieces, okay? Because you want little bite-sized pieces that are going to be able to go into the pressure cooker with our rolled oats. However, I have decided I'm using the Tupperware Supersonic Smooth Chopper. It's like the medium-sized one. I call it the daddy, the mama, and the baby. I love these choppers. These are the best. Has 3 cutting blades, super sharp. In fact, I could have cut myself there. I should be a little bit more aware, right? So we're going to throw that in there, and we're actually going to put in our apples so you can kind of see. I didn't cut them up all the way. You see this, right? I just cut them up enough to get them to go in there. And then you'll probably want to do 1 apple at a time. And then we just pull the handle. Let me move the cutting board here so you can see better. I'm going to cut it. And you can see how it just step it down. There you go. See how nice that just cuts? If I can get the apples to stay in there, that would be better. Okay, let's try again. Yum. Sound effects make everything better, guys. Don't ever forget that. Sound effects. Isn't that cool? So like every time you pull the handle, it's like hand chopping 100 times. So you can see how it's getting to be like mush almost because I'm too happy pulling it. So just be aware. Okay, so 2 apples. You're going to take 2 apples and you're going to chop them up into bite-sized pieces or use your chopper and chop them up that way, okay? So then we're going to take those and we're going to put them straight into the pressure cooker. Mine is very well loved, as you can tell. And a couple of those pieces did not get cut all the way. And that's okay. You know why? Because I'm just going to chop them real quick with my knife. Because I want a couple different. The more I think about it, I actually want some that are chopped up really fine. So it really emulsifies in with my oats. And I want some big chunky pieces too. Not that big and chunky though. We'll fix that. Okay. So while we're getting this chopped up a little bit more to go in here, you're also going to put 2 cups of rolled oats. Now, rolled oats, if you know, What's the difference between rolled oats and instant oats? Do any of you guys know the difference between that? Yeah? Okay, well, let's talk about it for a second. Oat groats, okay? They're the most intact and whole form of oats. They actually take a really long time to cook. So for this reason, most people prefer rolled oats, where the oats have been rolled, so that they fan out. In fact, here, we're going to need some so you guys can see. And it makes them, there you go. So you can see the oat, not pretty. So it's been rolled out, right? Normally the groat is rolled up tighter, okay? And then you'll have steel cut oats, which has the groat that's been chopped, steel cut. So it's like small little nibs of them. So some people prefer rolled, some people prefer crushed, some people prefer the steel cut intact. And some people prefer instant. Instant where it's kind of like been pre-cooked. And a lot of time instant quick oats, they're the most highly processed, okay? So let's not have highly processed food. While they do take the shortest time to cook, a lot of times they can be mushy. So when you buy those instant oatmeal packs, yes, they're super simple to do, but typically it's a mushier oat. I personally love old-fashioned oats. That's these. Because then you get more of that oat texture. And I like the oat texture of oats. So we're going to put that in there. It's going to be 2 cups that we're going to pour right in here. So 2 cups of oats. I think that's about 2 cups. We're going to just kind of guesstimate because I like to guesstimate. 2 cups of oats are going to go right in there. And then we've got our 2 apples. So you take 2 apples, you've gone ahead and cored them and chopped them up nicely. Then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So I've got my cinnamon in my Tupperware spice shaker. That's right. Got to keep your spices fresh. Do you guys know how often you should replace your spices? Yeah, they say 6 to 7 months, but if you keep them in Tupperware, they'll last 6 to 7 years, which is why Tupperware is great. Now I need some brown sugar. Got it right there. See, doesn't that look nice with the little labels and everything? So everything's just nice where it needs to be. And my brown sugar is not a hard brick of molasses either. It's also a very nice thing. Okay, so we're going to take that. So we're putting in here again 2 apples, cored and finely chopped. We got 2 cups of rolled oats, about 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. We've put in there a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now we're going to put a little vanilla extract too. And then it says 2.5 cups about of water. So let's just put some water in there. Woo, it sounds good. Oh, it sounds good. Looks good. Okay, and then if you want nuts, you could put nuts in there too. And then I like to do a little bit of almond milk just because I like the creaminess of almond milk. And then here you go. So we've got all of it in here mixed together. And now we're going to stick this in the microwave. We're going to throw a little gasket on. See, this thing's great. Do you see all the safety features? We've got so many. The silicone ring in here with the gasket. That's what allows the pressure to build up in the pressure cooker. Our little vents too, to make sure we know when the pressure is too tight. There you go. That way we know right there. And going in. And then this is going to go into the microwave for about 12 minutes till it's fully cooked. I will post the picture for you guys at the end so you can see. Okay, so really simple, right? Like this is so simple. Here's your cinnamon apple oatmeal. Make it yourself. Go ahead and pre-do it ahead of time and have it in containers. So you can use your pressure cooker to take the pressure off for oatmeal. Isn't that a great one? Say yes. Yes, yes, it is. Okay, so we love that one. Now, way 2 to do oatmeal is my go-to, okay? I love the microwave rice maker from Tupperware. This is 10 years old. It's so old. And I use the rice maker to make oatmeal. That's right. Do you know what I do? I don't measure. I just pour it in there. And here's what I do. I do 1 part oats to 1 part water, okay? 1 part oats, 1 part oats, 1 part water. So like 1 cup and 1 cup. That's what 1 part to 1 part does. I eyeball it. And then I sprinkle a little bit of salt on top. And then I want to show you, now let's actually stream back here what this looks like. It's got right across, and you'll see, look, see how it's all nice. I did a little bit of salt. I like my Himalayan salt. But isn't that great? It's simple. And now your oatmeal's done. And so what I do to this, because I don't eat it like this, okay, I like to have some extra health benefits to it. One of the things that I struggle with in my personal diet is protein. I need lots more protein in my diet. I am a pescatarian, which is like a vegetarian that does seafood. And I do eat a lot of whole grains and a lot of beans and things like that too. But I think whether you're a vegetarian or not, protein is something that's hard to get into your diet. So I have to sneak it in lots of different places. And one of the ways is with protein powder. Now, my favorite oatmeal is like a Reese's oatmeal. Why? Because I love chocolate and I love peanut butter. And you do not have to neglect yourself, guys. Indulge with the right type of items. So I've got my peanut butter and Simple Origin. It's a great, simple, let's get it, simple protein powder that you can use. There are so many protein powders out there. Research which one you like best. I love this one because it's a vegan one. It's clean, and it's easy to get anywhere. So simple, clean, plant-powered. 2 scoops is 150 calories, which is 20 grams of protein. So by adding this into my oatmeal in the morning, I now have 20 extra grams of protein, which is what matters, right? So let's go ahead. And actually, I think I'm going to do one. So I'm only got 10 grams of protein today because I'm only going to do 1 scoop of the peanut butter powder in here. Then I'm going to take my chocolate lovers, which is from Your Super. Your Super, I love Your Super. All of their blends, they're also vegan, clean. They actually have the ingredients on the front, so there's no fillers, which is fantastic. So many products out there have fillers, so I want you just to realize that. We're not just talking about your instant oatmeal having preservatives and fillers, but a lot of times the things you think are healthy aren't. So just read the labels. If nothing else, anything I want you to take away today is read your labels. So I love Chocolate Lover. It does have cacao, cacao. It's a superfood. It's the purest form of chocolate. Carob, coconut, chia seeds, and lucuma. Can y'all see that? Yeah, I can't pronounce these things. It's okay. It just goes to show if I can, anyone can. So we're going to pour a little bit in there. They also have a magic mushroom one that I love, and it's got ashwagandha in it. And that's really good if you get stressed out. Okay, so it helps to keep me a little bit more mellow, right? So ashwagandha is a great Ayurvedic herb to help with that too. So put it in your breakfast, start your day on the right foot, right? Okay, so you put that in there. I also do plant collagen because I am a vegetarian primarily. A lot of the collagens that are out there have bovine in it. I don't do bovine. I don't do land animals. So just be aware of that. There are some great plant collagens out there that actually help your body to produce more collagen. You're not just adding collagen from some other source. It's helping your body to produce it. So it's a natural way. I think that's better. I'm not a, what do you want to call it, expert on that topic. I just know what I like and I share it with all of you, my fresh friends. So I hope you love that. Okay, so I put a little bit of the protein powder in there too. And I love the Your Super one because it has a little bit of vanilla flavor, which is really nice. I mean, and that's it. Now, if you want sugar, which a lot of people do love sugar, you'll know one of my favorite sugars is monk fruit sweetener. Love monk fruit sweetener. It is also a superfood, right? And so it gives you lots of extra, right? It's 0 calories. It's my favorite sweetener. So, and I love my little counterscapes, how they have the spoon in there. So I know just 1 little spoonful. That's if you want sweetener, you know, sometimes you don't want it and you'll be good. Okay. So you guys look excited about this? I'm going to try this real quick. I'm hungry. It's really, really good. It's like a Reese's, but it's oatmeal. Okay. So let's talk real quick before I tell you my third trick for oatmeal in the mornings. Let's talk about these benefits, because I was telling you there's some great benefits. You know there's some great benefits, but sometimes you guys forget about them, right? Okay, so oats contain a very powerful soluble fiber, which is called beta-glucan. Say that again. Beta-glucan. Beta-glucan partially dissolves in water, and it's what forms a thick gel-like solution in your gut. You know how we're talking about gut health? This is why oatmeal is one of the ones they say sticks to your ribs, okay? Because it stays with you all day and it will actually keep you full until lunch, which is why it's a great thing to break your fast with until you have your next meal. Oatmeal is good for your heart. And a lot of this is because of the beta-glucan fiber that's in it. It does reduce cholesterol, and it's statistically shown to reduce your LDL, which is really great. It reduces blood sugar as well as insulin, and it increases that feeling of fullness. Again, the stick to your ribs feeling so that it keeps you full till lunch. It increases growth of good bacteria in your digestive tract. Again, we're getting back to what? Gut health, and gut health is so important too. Oatmeal also can help to fight inflammation. Yeah, kind of fun, right? And it's overall good for you, good for your heart, unique antioxidants, and just great. So I hope that kind of give you, if you were like, oh, oats, yeah, no, they really are great. Okay, so we've got 2 recipes I've shared so far. The apple cinnamon oatmeal that you will cook in your pressure cooker. It takes about 12 minutes in the microwave. Then you'll need to let it rest and you can try it that way. Try that instead of instant. The second way we actually shared was using the rice cooker, which is my go-to in the morning. Literally 1 part, oh, and 3 minutes. That's it. So 1 part oats, 1 part water, a sprinkle of salt, 3 minutes. Add your mix-ins. In my case, I like the Reese's, so I do a little bit of peanut butter protein powder along with some chocolates. You could do cacao. I use your superfoods for chocolates. You can even just put, chocolate. If you want chocolate nibs in there, do that too. Okay, whatever makes you happy. All right. And then also, if you don't have the rice maker, but maybe you have the smart multi-cooker from Tupperware, you can do your oatmeal in the multi-cooker too, the way I just showed you, because it is a rice cooker. When you take off the metal parts here, that's why it's a 4-in-1, you would put your 1 part, and you're going to put our little top part here. This helps the steam not to bubble over, so that way your oatmeal doesn't pour out everywhere. That's why I don't like doing my oatmeal in my soup mugs. You need to give it room to cook around, right, and not escape, and then you'll slap the top on. Okay, so there's that way. Now, one more thing to add to my Reese's, because I almost forgot until I looked over here, is I love granola. How many of you guys like a crunch in your oatmeal too? Yes? Okay, so my favorite granola right now, all my fresh friends, Purely Elizabeth, probiotic chocolate sea salt. This stuff is amazing. Now, if you're wanting extra protein in your diet, though, that's not going to help you, but it will. And yes, guys, I keep all my individual bags shoved in one Tupperware container. Okay? I like throw bins. It makes it nice. It's like organized chaos. And that way I can see everything at once. Let's put that there now. Doesn't really fit there, but that's okay. I'll make you think about it. All right, so we can put the granola in there too. Now, the third way, my third favorite way to do oatmeal, I had to teach my daughter this the other night, is overnight oats. I love overnight oats, and my favorite way to do overnight oats is by my leftovers of American Dream nut butter. Have you guys tried this stuff? Like, this stuff is amazing. It's high in protein. It's like good peanut butters. There's so many flavors. This one's one of my favorite right now. You can tell how you brewing. Like, it's like a latte almost. It is so yummy. So good. I will put the code Adventure10 in the comments. My girlfriend, you can save 10%. Use her code when you order. It's fantastic. But what I do is I take the leftover. So when we get down to about a tablespoon left of peanut butter in the jar. Now, if you've got regular peanut butter at home, do it with that. If you've got sun butter, if you've got almond butter, any type of butters is a great jar to start for overnight oats. Now, of course, just grab a Tupperware bowl and throw it all in a bowl too. For me, I want to get all the goodness out. So this is why I like making overnight oats this way. So you fill it, again, 1 part oatmeal. Then I do 1 part of almond milk. You could do regular milk, okay? Whichever makes you happy. And then I shake. And this is the fun part. It's like getting your aggression out. Right? But you got to make sure you shake it up before you put it in the fridge overnight, because then it gets all the peanut butter goodness on the sides and it mixes it in and it all comes out nice. And then here, let me show you what it looks like. Put this right here. Look at that. Isn't that good? And then you've got this great overnight oats. Now, can you heat this up? Absolutely. You can heat this up. And then as I'm eating it, I'm getting all the extra good stuff of the peanut butter on the edges. And I can take my granola and stick my granola right in here too. Or you could do some blueberries or some extra fruit, maybe some bananas, right? Whatever you want to go in there. But overnight oats are so easy. I don't know why people think it's so hard, because it's so easy. You literally just taking your oats and your liquid and you're putting it in a container and you're letting it sit overnight. And whatever flavors you add into it, add those flavors into your oats. So what's really cool about that is you could actually like a carrot cake style by putting carrots in there too, right? Or the different flavors of things that you want. Isn't that cool? I thought that was cool. All right, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Fresh Tip Tuesday. And I hope maybe you could try a new oatmeal recipe, because oatmeal really is amazing. And if you listen to any of the facts I shared, you'll know it's super amazing for you. So whether you're going to try overnight oats, whether you want to try my Reese's quick and easy oats, which are my go-to in the morning, and it's going to be my brunch now. Or if you want to make an apple cinnamon oatmeal where you actually know what's in there with no preservatives, we have the solutions for you. So thank you for joining me. Make sure you join me next week. We've actually got next week. I'm going to be sharing with you one of my fresh friends. Oh my gosh, you're going to meet Melissa, who is one of the most amazing influencers I've ever met. And if you see her recipes on her blog page, I mean, she's gone viral, million views. She's incredible. She's going to be sharing some of those tips with all of us next week. And we're going to make 2 fun zero proof cocktails. I'm excited about it. So I'll see you next week. Until then, make sure you share and like and all that good stuff too. All right. Bye, guys.